Straight up 7 o'clock, it is primary day in Maryland, and voters will be heading to the polls in a matter of hours.
But don't expect to find out all the winners tonight. Fox 5's Maureen Ume is at a polling place in Bethesda with what you need to know. Maureen, it just opened a minute ago there.
It did. So polls open at 7 o'clock. They'll be open until 8 o'clock today. And the big news here in Maryland is if you have not registered to vote, you are not out of time. Maryland is one of the states where you can register day of and actually vote day of. The process might take a little bit longer, so expect to be at the polling place a bit longer to get through that process. But in fact, you can vote. Keep in mind, though, this is expected to be very low voter turnout for this primary election of Maryland. State officials, election officials have talked about the fact that these types of elections, generally, it's a middle of the summer. A lot of folks don't even know there's a race going on, election going on. So turnout is generally lower. They expect about 20 to 25% of voters to actually come out and vote for this. But there's been a lot of early voting happening already. As many as 500,000 people are expected to vote by mail this year. And state election officials say those ballots will actually affect when we know the outcome of some of these races. That is because Maryland law states that those mail-in ballots, they actually cannot be counted until 2 days after polls close. So it could take as long as a week for the final winners to be declared. Here's a Maryland state election official talking about that with our Lindsay Watts.
I expect that some of the smaller counties or medium-sized counties, they're going to be finished on the 29th. But the larger counties will likely be still counting ballots the following week.
I think it's very important, and a lot of people don't realize that's the beginning phase of making a change.
That's right. Voting is the beginning stage of making a change. If you are an unidentified voter in terms of unaffiliated, I should say, so you don't have a party affiliation, you're independent, or you vote for third-party candidates, you cannot vote in this election. That is the one thing that a lot of these candidates have been talking about on the campaign trail. You can only vote if you're a Democrat or Republican in these primaries. If you are unaffiliated or third party, you can only vote for school board seats that are available. So no county executive, none of that is what you can do. So right now, again, but keep in mind that is what's happening. You can vote for those lesser seats of state board, just not the big ones like the gubernatorial race. There's some 825,000 people who fall under that unaffiliated category, so quite a sizable number. So there is a lot of interest in changing the rules so that those people can participate in primaries as well. As I said, if you're not registered to vote, you still have time. Just come down to your local polling place. You can get that going and, in fact, vote. The polls opening here at 7 o'clock. You can see a couple of folks, mainly campaign workers, putting out some extra signs in favor of the candidate they're supporting. But polls do close at 8 o'clock. If you're already in line at 8 o'clock to vote, you can continue to stay in line. They'll let you do that. So keep all of that in mind as you're heading out today to vote and exercising your civil duties. That's the very latest from here in Bethesda. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Maureen.